Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from WeXpats TV, and today we are going to talk about some of the things that you definitely need to do and what you definitely have to do when you just arrive in Japan, when you move to Japan, like not for traveling, but if you actually move to Japan for work or study abroad, these are something that you definitely need to do once you arrive in Japan. Because as for myself, when I just moved to Japan, I do have like lots of question marks above my head. I'm like, so where should I get my residence card and what do I have to do? Do I have to go to City Hall? And lots of questions around me. So today we hope that this video can give you a better information and a better life when you just a better and smoother transition once you come to Japan. So first of all, you're probably wondering, so now I have my visa in hand in my passport, what do I have to do? Well, first of all, you have to get your Zairyu card, the residence card. So where am I going to get the card? I just arrived in Japan and I don't have that. I only have a visa. Where should I go? So once you actually go to the custom at the airport, they will actually bring you to like a separate area for you to wait for your residence card. And once they call your name, they will hand you your residence card and you'll be okay. You're good to go. So most of the time, as long as you have received your visa at your home country, there wouldn't be a big problem. You can just get it from all the major airports in Japan, like Narita, Haneda, and the ones in Osaka, Kansai, and everything. So that's the first thing you will receive, and that's your Zairyu card, residence card. Second of all is, so after you receive your residence card, where will you be staying? Most of us will probably already have an apartment signed, or you will probably like get a share house, or you will find one from now on. How am I going to get to my apartment? How am I going to get to my share house? You're probably wondering about that. So most of the time people will think, oh, so I'm gonna take the taxi because I have a lot of luggages. But well, actually, if you think about it, getting a taxi is very expensive in Japan and there's no Uber pool. So how am I gonna get to my place with like all these like 4 or 5 big luggages? So there is actually one pretty reasonable option that you can seek. That would be getting the Kuko Takubin. So that is the they send your luggages to you the next day, or sometimes if you arrive in the morning, they will actually send it to you at night. But it really depends on the price that you will be willing to pay for. But as for myself, I had like 4 big luggages and then 1 small carry-on with me. So there's like no way I'm going to take the public transportation at the moment. So I was really wondering, what should I do? I don't want to take the taxi. It's going to cost me like almost $400 and which is like 4만 yen. So I was really wondering, what should I do? And the moment I actually calculated, and that would be much more cheaper if I send my luggages and only bring my carry-on with me. So that's what I did. So you can definitely do some research, but I think the JAL ABC, JALABC, is a pretty good option because they actually send it to you at the time that you request when you pay for the luggages. So I think that's a pretty good option as well. And the next step is something that's a little bit harder if you just come to Japan. That would be a pretty difficult part of this transition, and that would be actually opening up your utilities to get your utilities connected. So once you get to your apartment, there is no electricity and there's no gas. What should I do? Do you call or something? You actually have to call them to open up, like get your utilities connected. And what do you do to call them? You can see, we're gonna put the link above here, and that's the Tokyo Electric Power Company. And that is, most of the time, that's the major electricity supplier in Tokyo. And you can find the numbers to call them for the electricity that, oh, I just moved in, I need it to be open. And that would be something that a little bit harder because you might not have your phone with you, but we'll talk about the phone part a little bit later in the video. But at first, you can actually get a prepaid card at the airport, and if you have your phone already, or you can just rent one for like maybe 2 days or a day. And other than the electricity, you actually also have to call the gas company, and that would be another one, and you can contact them here, Tokyo Gas. And for Tokyo Gas, it's actually a little bit harder than the electricity because they will have to come to your apartment and you have to be there when they try to connect the gas for you. That's another thing that you have to do once you arrive in your apartment. And another one would be, I wouldn't say necessary, but something good to do is if you meet your landlord or if you meet your neighbors, say hi, tell them that, oh, I just moved to Japan and I'm not really sure what to do. So if you guys can let me know if I do something wrong, that'd be great. And just, basically just say hi to them. Alright, and after getting your electricity and gas, the very exciting first trip to the city hall or any ward office is there, like, await for you. So why do I have to actually bring myself to the city hall? Like, is it a DMV? Is it for a driver's license? But I don't need one. Why do I have to go? It is actually something kind of unique to Japan, is you have to notify them that you just moved into the area. Let's say if you move into somewhere around Shibuya, and then you have to go to the Shibuya City Hall and then to apply for the moving in notification. And that is called Tenyu Todoke in Japan. And the Tenyu Todoke is very important because without that, you don't get the Juminhyo, which is the residence card. It's not the same as the Zairu Kado. It's the residence card, resident card, and that's the Juminhyo. And then you have to have the Juminhyo to apply for bank account, and some better to have it when you want to get a phone as well. So different from many countries that you have to bring yourself to the city hall and then apply for your moving in notification with your passport, and also with your official seal of your full name on the residence card, and also your residence card, which is the Zairu Kado. And for the inkan, which is the official seal, I would recommend everybody to get it before you come to Japan. So that means that if you can actually, order online already, you can get it sent to your address before you arrive. I think that would be a better option. Or you can actually find a lot of like hanko shops in Japan somewhere, and you can make your own inkan as well. And inkan is definitely a necessary things to bring for your Juminhyo and your Tenyu Todoke. So definitely be sure that you have one before you go, otherwise you have to make another trip. And my experience at the Otaku City Hall is actually really smooth because I think they have a lot of foreign workers there. So they have like English kind of form, and they have the Chinese one, and probably have Korean and some other languages as well. So make sure that you ask them if you can find the form in other languages. Most likely they have one in English. So I think that's something really helpful. And then most of the City Hall workers are very nice, so they were definitely willing to help, and just ask them whenever you need help. But I was like really stressed out because I was like, oh my god, City Hall, my first trip to City Hall. So I was really scared. So the next one is we would like to talk a little bit in depth about the seal. And what is a seal? It's actually the inkan in Japan, and you will need that for rest of your life in Japan for almost everything. So a seal, an inkan, is something you need almost all the time in Japan, and it proves that it is you who signed and officially agree to whatever is written on the paper. And then you will need it for the city hall, getting a phone, and also opening a bank account once you just moved to Japan. So we'll definitely make sure do not lose it, because if you lose your income, it can be something like people can steal your identity really easily. And how to get one is what I mentioned with that. I ordered my income online, and when I was in States, and gonna send it to my address in Japan. So it was on time, and it was really fast, and it was from hanko. And then if you want to make a purchase here, we have the URL down there as well. But if you want to make it at a store, there's a lot of income store around the city, major parts. So that's something that everybody has it, so you can get it very easy. And also, a lot of people are probably wondering, so I have my English name, my name's in English, there's no kanji for me. Should I just make a kanji name for me and make an inkan? Please do not do that. So the name on your inkan, on your seal, has to be your official full name on your Zairu Kado. And then that official full name can be in katakana, but that katakana has to be the same with your name on the Zairu Kado. So your name on your Zairu Kado in Japan is your official name in Japan. So on all your official paperwork that say the Tenyu Todoke, that moving in notification, Juminhyo, and all your other ones, including bank account, you have to use your full name, your official name in Japan on your Zairu Kado. You cannot use any other names. Please be sure to make one with that name as well. Alright, so once you get your income, your seal, and your Juminhyo, it is time for you to open up a bank account. So for me, opening up a bank account in Japan was very easy because my company actually did all the works for me. So they just like handed me the forms and be like, oh, just fill them out and give it to us. So I just filled the forms for them, and then they do all the other works for me at the moment. So I didn't really have to go to the bank by myself. But however, if your employer or your school is not doing it for you, it is actually not that bad. you just have to bring your zairyu card and your income, your seal, to the bank and also your jiminhyo to inform that you want to open an account, and they will assist you from then. Because most of the major bank accounts, like bank companies in Japan, they have a lot of foreigners making accounts with them nowadays. So most of the time they will have an English version, or it will have English on the form as well, so it's not that hard. But just be sure you definitely bring your passport as well, because they have to make sure that is you. And lastly, what about the internet and the phone? So if you're lucky enough to have an apartment that already has internet, that wouldn't be a big part in your transition. But if you don't have one, we recommend getting a phone first, and maybe you can make an account with them, like an internet with them as well. But getting a phone in Japan can be a little bit hassle without a credit card. But as long as you have a bank account, first of all, and then that you can prove that you will have a stable income, and most likely you will be fine to get a phone. So there are 3 major companies: SoftBank, IU, and Docomo are the 3 major companies in Japan that most of us will make a contract with. But they're actually kind of expensive, and then they usually have the 2-year contract plan, to be fair. So if you think that it's a little bit too pricey, or you're not sure if you're going to stay in Japan for 2 years, we recommend to get a little bit other companies. But if you also want to get your home internet set up, we recommend these 3 companies, because they also have internet plans, and you get a cheaper plan if you have their phone as well. And other than these 3 companies, there are some other cheaper options, and a lot of people are using it. They're called kakuyasu mobile. So they're kakuyasu means like really cheap in Japanese. And then if you already have a phone and then you don't need a new phone, there's IIJ and DMM are 2 pretty good great options, and they're really cheap, and then you can actually get the prepaid plan as well. So you get a little bit better and reasonable price with them. But if you want a phone at the same time, like you want to buy a phone along with your contract, we recommend LINE Mobile, Rakuten Mobile, and also there's Y Mobile as well. So these 3 are the major companies that offer cheaper options. And also, if you are not sure if you can apply online, you're a little bit like, I'm not sure if I can do everything by myself. Rakuten Mobile and Y Mobile has their own stores, so you can actually get a staff to assist you throughout the application as well. So these are something that you definitely need to do once you come to Japan, and let's do a little bit of review. So the first one is get your zairyu card, residence card at the airport. And the second one is to see if it is cheaper to send your luggages through the Kuko Takyubin. And the third one would be opening up, get your utilities connected through Tokyo Gas, maybe, and then also get your electricity connected with the Tokyo Electric Power Company as well. And the fourth one, so after getting your electricity and gas, definitely go to the city hall for the Tenyu Todoke, which is the moving in notification, and your Juninhyo, residence card. So that's a little bit really similar to the zairyu card, but it's a little bit different. That's the fourth one. And the fifth one would be getting an income. Oh, actually, you want to get the income first. Sorry, move back to that. You want to have your income first. Get your income and then go to the city hall. So income is something that definitely make 1 at least, but they'll probably ask you to make 2, and you can do that as well. After getting your income, then you're ready to get a bank account, and also to get your internet set up and the phone contract. So these are something that 7 or 6 things that you have to do when you come to Japan. But it will be a hassle at first, to be very honest. But don't worry, we got you covered. We have an WeXpats guide. Yay! So WeXpats TV is actually along with all the other service. So we have a WeXpats guide. Under that we have a link down there, and you can take a look at our guides and to see what you have to do when you come to Japan, and also what you have to do once you want to find an apartment in Japan. So there are a lot of different information on our website as well. So please take a look and let us know if you have any questions, or if you think that, oh, you should do that too. Please let us know down below and comment us like if you like our video today. So yeah, I hope everybody has a really smooth and really nice transition once moved to Japan, and I hope you have a great stay in Japan as well. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!